Hare Krishna, Sapan Prabhu, Lavanya, Ansini, Vranda, Deepamata. Hare Krishna. And all Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. We'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् ओम अपवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वावसंगतो विवा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सभाष्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु Hansini,
Yes, ma'am.
please sing this song. We are reading Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Okay, we are at chapter 18 of volume 1. Okay, this is the thing. If you see, okay, volume 1 Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, we are at chapter 18. Okay, breaking ground. So, and we are at particular, what is that? Which where this paragraph will continue from there. But before that, whenever we start Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, we are remembering his sacrifices. This song written by Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's one of the foremost and foremost. He has given a rights to initiate after he left this planet. So he has written this song. So please sing. And where is Vrinda? Hare Krishna, answer.
Hare Krishna.
There is Vrinda. Vrinda Chinda.
She's coming. Vrinda Nani.
You start, Nana. Chadan.
यदि प्रभुपाद न होए तो ताबे की होई तो ये जीवाना भाई तकी से यदि प्रभुपाद न होए तो ताबे की होई तो ये जीवाना भाई तकी से नेता गोरेरा अपारा करुणा के दीता सकल देशे नेता गोरेरा अपारा करुणा के दीता सकल देशे यदि प्रभुपाद न होय तो तबे की होय तो ये जीवाना भाई तकी से यदि प्रभुपाद न होय तो तबे की होय तो ये जीवाना भाई तकी से
Vrinda పాడి
ఇద్దరు కలిసి పాడండి
పాడురా వృందా నీకు తెలుసు కదా ట్యూన్
पापी दुराचारी शून्यवादी मायावादी पापी दुराचारी शून्यवादी मायावादी तादेरा उद्धारा करीबरा माना हे ना कोया दया निधि तादेरा उद्धारा करीबरे माना हे ना कोया दया निधि यदि प्रभुपाद न होय तो तबे की होय तो ये जीवाना बाई तकी से यदि प्रभुपाद न होय तो तबे की होय तो ये जीवाना बाई तकी से
I will do this. Okay, 3-1. Third one I will do. Fourth one Lavan is going to tomorrow. devotees, remaining devotees, tomorrow they will do, okay? I will do third one. तादेरा निकटे कौन जानासी बिलाई हरिना तादेरा निकटे कौन जानासी बिलाई हरिना साबाया जीवा रूपे गादीते तादेरा के हाईता आगुया साबाया जीवा रूपे गादीते तादेरा के हाईता आगुयान यादे प्रभुपाद न हईतो ताबे की हईतो ए जीवाना बाहिता किसे यादे प्रभुपाद न हईतो ताबे की हईतो ए जीवाना बाहिता किसे. Do it, Lavanya. Are you there?
Yeah. देशे देशे हरि विग्रह सेवा आरती रात्रि दिने हृदयतननि महोत्सव सह सैक्यायता को न जाने हदि प्रभुपाद न होइतो तबे की होइतो ये जीवन बहित कैसे यदि प्रभुपाद न होइतो तभी की होइतो ये जीवन बहित कैसे.
He said, okay. Thank you so much. Let us ask devotees to read translations. Sapan Prabhu and Deepamata. First two, next two. Sapan Prabhu, please start. First two.
Hare Krishna. If Srila Prabhupada had not come, what would have happened? How could we have passed our lives? Who else would have distributed the unlimited mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Gauranga all over the world? Which other compassionate person would have endeavored to deliver the miscreants, sinful, impersonalistic, and voidistic people in the West? Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you, Mother
Who
Prabhuji.
else would have come to distribute Harinam to them? Who else would have come forward to transform them into civilized beings? Who else would have taught them how to worship the deity form of Lord Hari day and night with Arati Kirtana, and how to conduct the Rath Yatra and other grand festivals?
Yes, he has given everything actually. He has given spiritual world actually, Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Right. We'll start continuing from here. This one, no? This is the paragraph we have to read, right? Lavanya? ఈ paragraph copy చేసి పెట్టిన అదేనా?
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay. So somebody joined. Fifth, Lalit Mohan Prabhuji. Okay. Yeah. What is the time now? Yeah, 8:20. I will read majority of some of the paragraphs and then over to you devotees. Okay. You all continue. Lavanya is going to manage. The hippies. This is very heart wrenching. Yesterday, I have gone through recording also because it's a very. I'm here right now. Just few blocks or just 20 minutes of subway. Subway means a metro. That 26th Second Avenue. Srila Prabhupada started where ISKCON established in that storefront. It was matchless gifts. There was a matchless. We are reading, no? Matchless gifts. That name. He kept that name as it is. He liked it that a lot actually. Matchless gift. And విలువ లేని ఒక విలువ కట్టలేనటువంటి బహుమతి. That is the thing. Krishna consciousness is like that. He intentionally kept that, matchless gifts. Somebody, I don't know, somebody put nice name, I don't know, Vaishnav. He kept it like that. That is still there, the font, the style, everything. I will share pictures next time when I go there. I will share pictures in our group. So it's yesterday I followed. Since we are reading, so Lower East village, Bovary, అన్ని ఇక్కడే all are very very close here. So that's why I want to read some of the majority portion and I go over to Ravanya. So you all continue. Okay. The hippies journeyed to the Lower East Side in full conviction that this was the place to be, just as their immigrant predecessor had done. For the European immigrants of another age, New York Harbor had been the gateway to a land of riches and opportunity. As they, at long last, set their eyes on Manhattan skyline. Manhattan skyline అంటే ఆకాశ హర్మ్యాలు అంటే స్కై స్క్రేపర్ బిల్డింగ్స్ అట్లా వరుసగా ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. 100 floors, 80 floors అట్లాంటి బిల్డింగ్స్. And the Statue of Liberty. Now in 1966, American youth thronged to New York City with hopes of their own and feasted on the vision of their newfound mystical land, the Lower East Side slums. The hippies area అన్నమాట అంతా కూడా. It was an uneasy coexistence with hippies on one side and Puerto Ricans, Poles, and Ukrainians on the other. The established ethnic groups resented the newcomers who didn't really have to live in the slums, whereas they themselves did. In fact, many of the young newcomers were from immigrant families that had struggled for generations to establish themselves as middle class Americans. Nevertheless, the young migration to the Lower East Side was just as real as the immigration of Puerto Ricans or Poles or Ukrainians had been, although the motives, of course, were quite different. The hippies had turned from the suburban materialism of their parents, the inane happiness of TV and advertising, the ephemeral goals of middle class America. They were disillusioned by parents, teachers, clergy, public leaders, and the media, dissatisfied with American policy in Vietnam, and allured by radical political ideologies that exposed America as a cruel, selfish, exploitative giant who must now reform or die. And they were searching for real love, real peace, real existence, and a real spiritual consciousness. Real love, real peace, real existence, and real spiritual consciousness. ఇది ఒకటి చదివేసి I will over to you, devotees. By the summer of Srila Prabhupada's arrival at 22nd Avenue, the first front in the great youth rebellion of the 60s had already entered the Lower East Side. Here, they were free to live in simple poverty and express themselves through art, music, drugs, and sex. The talk was of spiritual searching. LSD and marijuana were the keys, opening new realms of awareness. Notions about Eastern cultures and Eastern religions were in vogue. Through drugs, yoga, brotherhood, or just being free, somehow they would attain enlightenment. Everyone was supposed to keep an open mind and develop his own cosmic philosophy by direct experience and drug expanded consciousness, blended with his own electric readings. And if their lives appeared aimless, at least they had dropped out of a pointless game where the player sells his soul for material goods and in this way supports a system that is already rotten. Please continue, devotees, from here. Okay. I'll ask names. Lalit Mohan Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Should I start?
Yeah, please start.
So it was that in 1966, thousands of young people were walking the streets of the Lower East Side, not simply intoxicated or crazy, though they often were, but in search of life's ultimate answers in complete disregard of the establishment and the day-to-day life pursued by millions of straight Americans. That the prosperous land of America could breed so many discontented youths surprised Prabhupada. Of course, it also further proved that the material well-being, the hallmark of the American life, couldn't make people happy. Prabhupada did not see the unhappiness around him in terms of immediate social, political, economic, and cultural causes. Neither slum conditions nor youth rebellions were the all-important realities. These were mere symptoms of a universal unhappiness to which the only cure was Krishna consciousness. He sympathized with the miseries of everyone, but he saw the universal solution. Thank you, Prabhu.
ఇంకోటి చదవండి.
Prabhupada had not made a study of the youth movement in America before moving to the Lower East Side. He had never even made specific plans to come here amid so many young people. But in the 10 months since Calcutta, he had moved by force of circumstances, or as he understood it, by Krishna's will, from one place to another. On the order of his spiritual master, he had come to America, and by Krishna's will, he had come to Lower East Side. His mission here was the same as it had been on the Bowery or Uptown or even in India. He was fixed in the order of his spiritual master and the Vedic view, a view that wasn't going to be influenced by the radical changes of the 1960s. Now, if it is so happened that these young people, because of some change in American cultural climate, were to prove more receptive to him, then that would be welcome. And that would also be by Krishna's will. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Now I'm giving to Lavanya, so you can continue. I'm making you host. Make host. Yeah. ఓపెన్ చేసినాక ఇది యాక్చువల్లీ అని చూడు. యాక్చువల్లీ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద ఒమినియస్ అని సెర్చ్ చేసి ఓపెన్ చేసి స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ ఐ విల్ లాగా. ప్రభు లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభు, ఎస్టర్డే మైసెల్ఫ్ అండ్ లావణ్య డిస్కస్ ప్రభు, నాకు బాగా లేట్ అయిపోతుంది. సో 8:30 అంటే ఇండియాలో 8:30 అంటే నాకు 11 ప్రభు, నైట్ 11. సో నైట్ 11కి నేను డ్రాప్ అయిపోతున్నా, లాగ్ ఆఫ్ అయిపోతున్నా. సో షీ విల్ కంటిన్యూ, అందుకని. ఓకే,
sure, Prabhu. Sure.
కంటిన్యూ. అండ్ ఎనీవే ఐఎమ్
logging out.
ఏం ప్రభుజీ?
Yeah, I'm thankful that you're logging off. 11:30 అంటే మంటే
బాగా లేట్ అవుతుంది. మళ్ళీ ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే మ్యామ్, జస్ట్ లైక్ ఇన్ ఆశ్రమ్ అన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ న్యూయార్క్ సిటీ టెంపుల్లో. సో మార్నింగ్ మంగళారతి మస్ట్ అనమాట. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు అటెండ్ మంగళారతి. సో అదొకటి ఉంది. సో అందుకని ఆమెకు చెప్పిన. సో షీఈస్ గోనా కంటిన్యూ అండ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ మేనేజ్ continue. And another thing is I am following. I mean, that's why this is now utilizing now. This mark is there now. This is what is it? It's going on live. So I'm gonna read. I'm gonna hear on and off next day. Okay. Thank you so much, all the devotees. And Pranam. You continue, Lavanya. Okay. Hare Krishna. I'm logging now.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. ప్రభుజీ ఇంకో పేర చదువుతారా?
చదువుతా మాతాజీ.
హరే కృష్ణ. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Actually, because of the ominous influence of the Kali millennium, this was historically the worst of times for spiritual cultivation, hippie revolution or not. And Srila Prabhupada was trying to transplant Vedic culture into the modern alien ground that had any previous spiritual master. So he expected to find his work extremely difficult. Yet, in this generally bad age, just prior to Prabhupada's arrival on the Lower East Side, tremors of dissatisfaction and revolt against the Kali Yuga culture itself began vibrating through American society, sending waves of young people to wander the streets of the New York's Lower East Side in search of something beyond the ordinary life, looking for alternatives, seeking spiritual fulfillment. These young people, broken from their stereotyped materialistic backgrounds and drawn together now on the New York's Lower East Side, were the ones who were by chance or choice or destiny to become the congregation for the Swami's storefront offerings of Kirtana and spiritual guidance. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, Mataji, I got my message. Sorry for misunderstanding. What is it?
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Actually, we thought class is shifted to night time. That's why we didn't join.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
What, Prabhuji? I didn't get you. ఏం చెప్తున్నారు?
Rashmi Mataji thought that this class has shifted to the PM. No, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. So she couldn't join. That's what she was meant to.
Yeah.
లేదు ప్రభుజీ. యాక్చువల్ గా అది ఏఎం ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఏఎం పిఎం చేశారు ప్రభుజీ, కానీ మళ్ళీ కరెక్ట్ చేశారు.
సారీ మాతాజీ.
కాకపోతే మార్నింగ్ మంగళహారతి అటెండ్ కావాలి కదా ప్రభుజీ, సో లేట్ అయిపోతుంది చాలా, అందుకు 8:30 వరకు ఉండి.
He should not follow that actually. He should not follow, because later on it will keep on the back pains and all, Mataji. Now it will be okay.
చెప్తూనే ఉన్నాను ప్రభుజీ, బట్ హీఈస్ వెరీ కమిటెడ్.
Yes, Mataji, I strongly agree with Lalit Mohan Prabhuji. You don't sleep well, Mataji, your entire system will go down. But for sure it will happen. Repu, I mean, కొన్ని రోజులు బానే ఉంటది. As we age, sleep and rest is most important.
చెప్తూనే ఉన్నాను మాతాజీ, ఫస్ట్ హెల్త్ చూసుకోండి అని.
మీరు టైమింగ్స్ చేంజ్ చేయండి మాతాజీ, 7:30కి జాయిన్ అవుదాము.
అదే చెప్తున్నాను, కాకపోతే ఇంకా ప్రభుజీ.
I think in the call there are 10 or 12 people only, right? So if majority of us vote in favor of having the call at 7:30, I think it is doable, no Mataji.
అంటే చాంటింగ్ మిస్ అవుతాం కదా అని అంటున్నారు. అసలు చాంటింగ్ విత్ ఫ్యామిలీ అన్నాం, కానీ లైక్ ఫ్యామిలీ లాగా చాంట్ చేసుకుంటే బాగుంటది కదా అని ప్రభుజీది. ప్రభుజీ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఏంటంటే ఎట్లయినా ఎవరైనా కదా ఆ టైంలో జాయిన్ అవుతారు చాంటింగ్ కోసం అని పెట్టారని. సో హీ వాంట్ టు కంటిన్యూ ద సేమ్ థింగ్.
సో మాతాజీ ఎంతమంది జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు చాంటింగ్ అప్పుడు ఆ కాల్ కి?
తక్కువే మాతాజీ. లలిత్ మోహన్
because I have not seen anybody, I have seen only Prabhuji on the call during that time, Mataji.
ప్రభుజీ జాయిన్ అవుతారు, రాజు ప్రభుజీ ఫ్యామిలీ జాయిన్ అవుతుంది, తర్వాత లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభుజీ జాయిన్ అవుతారు.
ఓకే ఓకే.
నాట్ టూ మెనీ, బట్ ఏంటంటే ఆల్రెడీ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను కదా అంటారు, కానీ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి అడుగుతాను మాతాజీ. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే 12 అయిపోతుంది, మళ్ళీ మంగళహారతికి 3:30కి 3కి లేవాలంటే అట్లీస్ట్ హార్డ్లీ హీఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ లైక్ 3-4 అవర్స్ స్లీప్ అంతే.
అవునవును మాతాజీ, అట్లీస్ట్ 5-6 అవర్స్ సాలిడ్ స్లీప్ ఉండాలి మాతాజీ, బాడీకి రికవర్ అవ్వాలంటే.
అదే అదే. yes ma'am. yeah, thank you for the concern. yeah, we'll start. yeah, Sapan Kumar Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
yeah, you can read.
The Swami's arrival went unnoticed. The neighbors said someone new had taken the gift shop next to the laundry. There was a strange picture in the window now, but no one knew what to make of it. Some passers-by noticed a piece of paper announcing classes in Bhagavad Gita taped to the window. A few stopped to read it, but no one knew what to make of it. They did not know what Bhagavad Gita was, and the few who did thought maybe a yoga bookstore or something. The Puerto Ricans in the neighborhood would look in the window at Harvey Cohen's painting and then blankly walk away. The manager of the mobile gas station next door couldn't care less who had moved in. It just didn't make any difference. The tombstone sellers and undertakers across the street didn't care. And for the drivers of the countless cars and trucks that passed by, Swamiji's place didn't even exist. But there were young people around who had been intrigued with the painting, who went up to the window to read the little piece of paper. Some of them even knew about the Bhagavad Gita, and although the painting of Lord Chaitanya and the dancers didn't seem to fit, a few thought maybe they would attend Swami's Bhakti Vedanta classes and check out the scene.
You can read this one. No, you can read, Prabhuji.
July 1966. Howard Wheeler was hurrying from his apartment on Mott Street to a friend's apartment on 5th Street, a quiet place where he hoped to find some peace. He walked up Mott Street to Houston, turned right, and began to walk east, across Bowery, past the rushing traffic and stumbling derelicts, and towards 2nd Avenue. Howard. After crossing Bowery, just before 2nd Avenue, I saw Swamiji jauntily strolling down the sidewalk, his head held high in the air, his hand in the bead bag. He struck me like a famous actor in a very familiar movie. He seemed ageless. He was wearing the traditional saffron-colored robes of a sannyasi and quaint white shoes with points. Coming down Houston, he looked like the genie that popped out of Aladdin's lamp. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, you can read Vani Mataji. Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Yeah, you can read Mataji.
Yeah. Okay. Howard, age 26, was a tall, large-bodied man with long dark hair, a profuse beard, and black-framed eyeglasses. He was an instructor in English at Ohio State University and was fresh from the trip to India, where he had been looking for a true guru. Prabhupada noticed Howard, and they both stopped simultaneously. Howard asked the first question that popped into his mind. Are you from India? Prabhupada smiled. Oh, yes. And you? Howard. I told him no, but that I had just returned from India and was very interested in his country and the Hindu philosophy. He told me that he had come from Calcutta and had been in New York almost 10 months. His eyes were as fresh and cordial as a child's, and even standing before the trucks that roared and rumbled their way down Houston Street, he emanated a cool tranquility that was unshakably established in something far beyond the great metropolis that roared around us. Continue,
thank you.
Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. We'll do next.
Yeah.
Rashmi Mataji, are you there? Hare Krishna, Rashmi Mataji. Yeah.
Howard never made it to his friend's place that day. He went back to his own apartment on Mott Street to Key and Valley. His roommates to tell them and everyone he knew about the guru who had inexplicably appeared within their midst. Keith and Howard had been to India. Now they were involved in various spiritual philosophies, and their friends used to come over and talk about enlightenment. 18-year-old Chuck Barnett was a regular visitor. Chuck, you would open the door of apartment, the thousands of cockroaches would disappear into the woodwork, and the smell was enough to know you're over. So Keith was trying to clean the place up and kick some people out. They were sharing the rent. Valley, Keith, Howard, and several others. Due to lack of any other process, they were using LSD to try and increase their spiritual life. Actually, we were all trying to use drugs to help in meditation. Anyway, Valley, Howard, and Keith were trying to find the perfect spiritual master as well as we all were. Howard remembered his own spiritual seeking as reading book on Eastern philosophy and religion, burning lots of candles and incense, and taking ganja and peyote and LSD as aids to meditation. Actually, it was more intoxication than meditation. Meditation was a euphemism that somehow connected our highs with our reading. Keith, 29, the son of Southern Baptist minister, was a PhD candidate in history at Columbia University. He was preparing his thesis on the rise of revivalism in the southern United States. Dressed in old denim cutoffs, sandals, and t-shirt, he was something of a guru among the Mott Street coterie. Shall I continue, Mataji?
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Mataji, my Prabhuji also joined in my iPad only.
Okay. You can continue, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Just a second. Yeah. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You can start.
Can I-
Gaurav Prabhuji, Krishna. Hari Bol. Rashmi Mataji.
Krishna
Is
Mataji.
it audible, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, audible.
Prabhuji wants
Hare
to
Krishna.
read, na?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You can continue, Prabhuji.
Well, yes. Well, he was in his 30s, shabbily dressed, bearded, intellectual, and well-read in the Buddhist literature. He had been a radio engineer in the army, and like his roommate was unemployed, he was reading Alan Watts, Herman Hesse, and others, talking about spiritual enlightenment and taking LSD. In India, Howard and Keith had visited Haridwar, Rishikesh, Banaras, and other holy cities, experiencing Indian temples, Harish, and dentistry. One evening in Calcutta, they had come upon a group of sadhus chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and playing hand cymbals. For Howard and Keith, as for many Westerners, the essence of Indian philosophy was Sankara's doctrine of impersonal oneness. Everything is false except the one impersonal spirit. They had bought books that told them whatever way you express your faith, that way is valid spiritual path. Now the three roommates, Howard, Keith, and Valley, began to mix various philosophies into a hodgepodge of their own. Howard would mix in a little Whitman, Emerson, Thoreau, or Blake. Keith would cite biblical references, and Valley would add a bit of Buddhist wisdom. And they all kept on Timothy Leary, Thomas Kempis, and many others, the whole mixtures being subject to a total revaluations whenever one of the group experienced a new cosmetic insight through LSD.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mata.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Give it to sir.
Mataji, I haven't read, and I think Sapan Prabhu also didn't read.
Yeah. I'm giving Mata. Just a second. I'm checking. Yeah. Akinchan Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji just joined. Akinchan Priya Prabhuji. Yeah, you can read Mataji. Prabhuji is busy, I think.
Yes, ma'am. This was the group that Howard returned to that day in July. Excitedly, he told them about the Swami, how he looked and what he had said. Howard told how after they had stood and talked together, the Swami had mentioned his place nearby on 2nd Avenue, where he was planning to hold some classes. Howard: I walked around the corner with him. He pointed out a small storefront building between 1st and 2nd Streets, next door to a mobile filling station. It had been a curiosity shop, and someone had painted the words Matchless Gifts over the window. At that time, I didn't realize how prophetic those words were. This is a good area, he asked me. I told him that I thought it was. I had no idea what he was going to offer at his classes, but I knew that all my friends would be glad that an Indian Swami was moving into the neighborhood. The word spread, although it wasn't so easy now for Carl Jurgens and certain others to come up from the Bowery and Chinatown. They had other things to do. Roy Dubois, a 25-year-old writer for comic books, had visited Prabhupada on the Bowery, and when he heard about the Swami's new place, he wanted to drop by. James Green and Bill Epstein had not forgotten the Swami, and they wanted to come. The Paradox restaurant was still a live connection and brought new interested people, and others like Stephen Guarino saw that Swami's sign in the window. Steve, age 26, was a case worker for the city's welfare department, and one day on his lunch break, as he was walking home from the welfare office at 5th Street and 2nd Avenue, he saw the Swami's sign taped to the window. He had been reading a paperback Gita, and he promised himself he would attend the Swami's class. That day, as he stood with the Swami before the storefront, Howard had also noticed the little sign in the window. Lectures in Bhagavad Gita, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Will you bring your friends? Prabhupada had asked. Yes, Howard promised. Monday evening. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Sapan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. The summer evening was warm, and in the storefront, the back windows and the front door were opened wide. Young men, several of them dressed in black denims and buttoned down sport shirts with broad, dull stripes, had left their worn sneakers by the front door and were now sitting on the floor. Most of them were from Lower East Side. No one had had to go to a great trouble to come here. The little room was barren. No pictures, no furniture, no rug, not even a chair. Only a few plain straw mats. A single bulb hung from the ceiling into the center of the room. It was 7 o'clock, and about a dozen people had gathered when the Swami suddenly opened the side door and entered the room. He wasn't wearing a shirt, and the saffron cloth that wrapped his torso left his arms and some of his chest bare. His complexion was smooth golden brown, and as they watched him, his head shaven, his ears long lobed, and his aspect grave, he seemed like pictures they'd seen of the Buddha in meditation. He was old, yet erect in his posture, fresh and radiant. His forehead was decorated with the yellowish clay markings of the Vaishnavas. Prabhupada recognized big, bearded Howard and smiled, "You have brought your friends."
You can continue, Prabhuji.
Yes, Howard answered in his loud, resonant voice. "Ah, very good." Prabhupada stepped out of his white shoes and sat down on a thin mat, faced his congregation, and indicated they could all be seated. He distributed several pairs of brass hand cymbals and briefly demonstrated the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. He began playing, a startling ringing sound. He began singing, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." Now it was the audience's turn. "Chant," he told them. Some already knew. Gradually the others caught on, and after a few rounds, all were chanting together. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you. Akinchan Priya Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mata.
Prabhuji, చదువుతారా?
Yes, Mata. The highlight relation, Mata?
Yes, Prabhuji. Most of these young.
Yeah. Most of this. Okay, close it. Yeah. Most of these young men and few young women present had. ఇక్కడ పోయింది మాత్రం కిందికనండి.
అవునా?
Yeah, most of these young men and the few young women present had at one time or another embarked on the psychedelic voyage in search of new world of expanded consciousness. Boldly and recklessly, they had entered the turbulent, forbidden waters of LSD, peyote, and magic mushrooms. Heedless of warnings, they had risked everything and done it. Yet there was merit in their valor, their eagerness to find the extra dimensions of the self, to get beyond ordinary existence, even if they didn't know what the beyond was, or whether they would ever return to the comfort of the ordinary. Nonetheless, whatever truth they have found, they remained unfulfilled, and whatever the worlds they had reached, these young psychedelic voyagers had always returned to the lower east side. Now they were sampling the Hare Krishna mantra. When the kirtan suddenly sprang up from the Swami's chambals and sonorous voice, they immediately felt that it was going to be something far out. Here was another chance to trip out, and willingly they began to flow with it. They would surrender their minds and explore the limits of the chanting for all it was the worth. Most of them had already associated the mantra with the mystical Upanishads and Gita, which had called out to them in the words of mystery. External spirit negating illusion, but whatever it is, this is the India's mantra. See, this is Indian mantra. Let it come. They thought, let its waves carry us far and high. Let's take it and let the effect come. Whatever the price, let it come. The chanting seemed simple and neutral enough. It was sweet and wasn't going to harm anyone. It was in its own way far out.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone left to read Hare Krishna? I'll read it. As Prabhupada chanted in his own inner ecstasy, he observed his motley congregation. He was breaking ground in a new land now. As the hand cymbal rang, the call and response of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra swelled, filling the evening. Some neighbors were annoyed. Puerto Rico children, enchanted, appeared at the door and window, looking twilight came. Exotic it was, yet anyone could see that a Swami was raising an ancient prayer in praise of God. This was not rock or jazz. He was a holy man, a Swami, making a public religious demonstration. But the combination was strange. An old Indian Swami chanting an ancient mantra with a storefront full of young American hippies singing along. Prabhupada sang on. His shaven head held high and tilted, his body trembling slightly with emotion. Confidently, he led the mantra, observed in pure devotion, and they responded. More passerby were drawn to the front window and open door. Some jeered, but the chanting was too strong. Within the sound of the kirtana, even the car horns were a faint staccato. The vibration of auto engines and the rumble of trucks continued, but in the distance now unnoticed. Yeah, Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. Just a second.
Yeah,
Hare
this
Krishna.
key,
Are you able to
key
see,
was
Prabhuji?
yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah, whoever is have Prabhuji, మీరు ఒకసారి రిసైట్ చేస్తారా?
Yes, Mataji, yes. Yeah, today we have right now Keith, K-E-A-T-H, Keith. So this Keith is actually Kirtananda Swami, who is Siksha Guru of our Raghunath Maharaj. Okay.
What
Mataji, am I
Prabhuji?
audible?
What Prabhuji? We couldn't hear.
The Keith has come today, na? The Keith is Kirtananda Swami actually. So, who is the, Raghunath Maharaj's Siksha Guru for a while. Okay. So we will read. Shall I recite once, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Shlokas you can recite and then they will
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
yes, thank you. Prabhuji.
सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढवृतः नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते यान्ति देवा व्रता देवान् पितॄन् यान्ति पितृव्रता भूतानि यान्ति भूते च यान्ति मद्याजिनोऽपि माम् पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयां यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपाहृतम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः यत्करोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोसि ददासि यत्तपस्यसि तु कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम् समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां भूढा भावः समान्वितः तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji, for helping us. And devotees, Bhakti Shastri devotees, can you please go on reciting shloka and translation? Then we will do only shlokas. I think nobody is there. Hare Krishna. Madhavi Mataji also not joined today. Okay, Prabhuji, Sapan Prabhuji, would you like to do and go first?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. 9.14. Satatam kirtayanto maam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha maam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. 9.25. Yanti deva vrata devan pitran yanti pitravrata bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti matyajinopi ma. 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti pahratam asnami prayatatmanaha. 9.27. Yat karosi yad asnasi yad juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurusva madarpanam samoham sarva bhuteshu नामे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रिया ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्. 10.8. अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां गूढभावा समन्वितः. 10.10. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Deepa Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitrvrata bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajino api mam patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati तदहं भक्त्युपाहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः यत्करोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम् समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः न भजन्ति ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समन्विता तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. हरे कृष्ण
Thank you,
माताजी.
Mataji. Yeah,
प्रणाम.
thank you, Mataji. Rashmi Mataji, Gaurav Prabhuji wants to do.
No, Mataji, I will do.
Yeah, you can do.
सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढाव्रता नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते यान्ति देवाव्रता देवान् पितॄन् यान्ति पितराव्रता भूतानि यान्ति भूतेज यान्ति मद्यज्जिनोऽपि माम् पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्ति उपाहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः यत्करोषि यत् अश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत् तपस्यासि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुस्व मदर्पणम् समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे देवेस्योऽस्ति न प्रिया ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्
Mataji, चाप्यहम्.
अहं सर्वस्य पापेभ्यो मतः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समान्वितः तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Vani Mataji?
Mataji.
Yeah, చదువుతారా?
చేస్తా Mataji.
Yes.
ఇలా చేసిన అట్లీస్ట్ కొంచెం వస్తుంది.
చేయండి మా.
సతతం కీర్తయంతో మాం యాంతస్ ఇది ఎప్పుడు ఆగిపోతున్నాను. యాంతస్ దృఢవ్రతః. ఆ యతంతస్ ఒకటి రావట్లేదు మాతాజీ. ఓకే. దృఢవ్రతః. ఓకే. ఓకే. నాది ఈరోజు ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు పించ్ మై స్క్రీన్ అండ్ make it bigger. That's why I'm having problem looking at the screen also. Yeah, I'll do Mataji. Satatam kirtayanto maam yatantascha dritavritah namastyantascha maam bhaktya nityayuktya upasate yanti deva vrita devan pitran yanti pritah भूतानि यन्ति भूतेज्य यान्ति मद्याजिनोऽपि माम् पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तद् अहं भक्त्या उपहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः यत् करोसि यत् अश्नासि यज्जुहोसि ददासि यत् तपस्यासि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदार्पणम् समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः या भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम् अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बूढा भावसमन्वितः तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं त्वं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते. ఫస్ట్ ఇది ఇంకొకసారి చేయనా మాతాజీ? చాలా ఓకే వచ్చిందంటారా?
Yes Mataji. You can do
చేయనా?
Mataji. Yeah, చేయండి Mataji.
సతతం కీర్తయంతో మాం యతాంతశ్చ దృఢవ్రతః.
యతంతశ్చ అనండి.
మాతాజీ తెలుసు కానీ ఆ టైంకి గుర్తు రావట్లేదు.
యతంతశ్చ. దృఢవ్రత.
యతంతశ్చ. ఓకే, ఇది యతన్ తర్వాత బ్రేక్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే. సతతం కీర్తయంతో మాం యతంతశ్చ ధృతవ్రతః నమస్త్యాంతశ్చ మాం భక్త్యా నిత్యయుక్త ఉపాసతే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ. థ్యాంక్స్.
అకించన్ ప్రభుజీ, హరే కృష్ణ. ప్రభుజీ హరే కృష్ణ. అకించన్ ప్రభుజీ
మాతాజీ హరే కృష్ణ.
చేస్తారా ప్రభుజీ?
చేస్తున్నా.
ఎస్.
సతతం కీర్తయంతో మాం ఏతాంతశ్చ దృఢవ్రత నామస్తస్య చ మాం భక్తా నిత్యయుక్త ఉపాసతే. యాంతి దేవావృతాన్ దేవా యాంతి పితర్వ్రత భూతాని యాంతి భూతేజ యాంతి మత్యాగ్నోపి మాం. పత్రం పుష్పం ఫలం తోయం యో మే భక్తా ప్రయశ్యతి తదహం భక్తి ఉపర్హతం అస్నామి ప్రయతాత్మనా. యత్కరోషి యదస్నాసి యజ్యోషి దదాతి యత్తపస్య కౌంతేయ తత్కుర్వామధర్పణం. సమోహం సర్వభూతేషు న మే ద్వేషస్తి న ప్రియా ఏ భజంతి మాం భక్త్యా మయితే తేషు చాప్యహం. అహం సర్వస్య ప్రభో మత్తా సర్వం ప్రవర్తతే ఇతి మత్వా భజంతే మాం భూతా భావ సమన్విత. తేషాం సతతయుక్తానాం భజతాం ప్రీతిపూర్వకం దదామి బుద్ధియోగం తం ఏన ఇమాం ఉపయంతి తే.
లాస్ట్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చదవండి.
తేషాం సతతయుక్తానాం భజతాం ప్రీతిపూర్వకం దదామి బుద్ధియోగం తం ఏన మాం ఉపయంతి తే.
ఏన మాం ఉపయాంతి తే. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ. మనసుని సతతం కీర్తయంతో మాం యతంతశ్చ దృఢవ్రతా నమస్యంతశ్చ మాం భక్త్యా నిత్యయుక్త ఉపాసతే. యాంతి దేవావ్రతా దేవాన్ పితॄన్ యాంతి పితర్వ్రతా భూతాని యాంతి భూతేజ్యా యాంతి మద్యాజినోపి మాం. పత్రం పుష్పం ఫలం తోయం యో మే భక్త్యా ప్రయచ్చతి తదహం భక్త్యా ఉపాహృతం అశ్నామి ప్రయతాత్మనః. యత్కరోషి యద్ అశ్నాసి యజ్జుహోషి దదాసి యత్తపస్యసి కౌంతేయ తత్కురుష్వ మతర్పణం. సమోహం సర్వభూతేషు న మే ద్వేషోస్తి న ప్రియా ఏ భజంతి తు మాం భక్త్యా మయి తే తేషు చాప్యహం. అహం సర్వస్య ప్రభవో మత్తః సర్వం ప్రవర్తతే ఇతి మత్వా భజంతే మాం భూతభావ సమన్వితా. తేషాం సతతయుక్తానాం భజతాం ప్రీతిపూర్వకం దదామి బుద్ధియోగం తం ఏన మాముపయాంతి తే. సతతం కీర్తయంతో మాం యతంతశ్చ దృఢవ్రతా నమస్యంతశ్చ మాం భక్త్యా నిత్యయుక్త ఉపాసతే. యాంతి దేవావ్రతా దేవాన్ పితॄన్ యాంతి పితర్వ్రతః భూతాని యాంతి భూతేజ్యా యాంతి మద్యాజినోపి మాం. పత్రం పుష్పం ఫలం తోయం యో మే భక్తా ప్రయచ్చతి తదహం భక్తి ఉపహృతం అశ్నామి ప్రయతాత్మనః. యత్కరోషి యదశ్నాసి యజ్జుహోషి దదాసి యత్తపస్యసి కౌంతేయ
तत्कुरु स्वामदर्पणं समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां मूढा भावा समन्वितः तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते थैंक यू एवरीवन हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू
I'll read one time then Bhagavad Gita 9.14 Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantasya dridhavrata namasyantasya mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitruvrata bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyadino apimam पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्ति उपाहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः यत्करोषि यद् अश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम् समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रिया ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भावा समन्विता तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते Thank you, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji for today's reading call and shloka recitation call. Thank you. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक रीडिंग की जय ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद लीलामृता की जय भक्ति शास्त्री श्लोका रिसाइटेशन की जय Thank you, Prabhuji, Mataji. Now I'm ending the call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.